Step aside, Timothée Chalamet. There is a new competitor in the indie film space, and his name is Mark Edward Fishbach. Or so it seems. Hello, Internet. It is I, your casual Canadian critic here, testing out a brand new format to keep up with YouTube's ever-changing algorithm. Don't worry, my standard review videos will still be around, but less frequently. And for this sake, I'll be intertwining my review with the latest media coverage. So you'll see me mostly unscripted, slightly unedited, and a teensy bit more unfiltered. And with all that out of the way, let's dive in. Iron Lung is yet another video game brought to life onto the silver screen, this time adapting the highly popular indie horror title of the same name, brought to us by none other than Mark Fishbach, aka Markiplier. He wrote, directed, distributed, edited, and acted in the film all at once, which is actually a major feat for any YouTuber. I saw the film myself over the weekend, and I gotta say, I was severely disappointed. Oh, don't get me wrong, this movie is actually much better produced than anything Hollywood puts out these days. And according to what I've watched, that's not saying much. Okay, Mark, if you're watching this, don't take this review too harshly. I mean, I have been viewing your content for over a decade now, so for once, I'm going to be nice to you. And I get it. You did what you could on a budget of $3 million, and what you did accomplish was actually pretty impressive. The set design for the submarine itself is actually quite amazing. I mean, they added a lot of detail to what was limited to only a few buttons. The cinematography was also pretty stunning in some parts, and I appreciated the producers for integrating the themes of life after death, isolation, and claustrophobia. And let me just say, cosmic horror is not an easy genre to pull off, and thankfully the game has the premise and the ideas to further explore these elements. Iron Lung takes place in a dystopian future, where almost the entire human race has become extinct, and all the stars and planets were erased. A convict is set on a dangerous expedition inside a decaying submarine known as the Iron Lung, where he has to explore and gather resources in an ocean of blood on a desolate moon. While he's there, he will face isolation, claustrophobia, a failing system, and a horror unknown to man. At first, I thought it was a good idea that the film would present itself with a sluggish pace, because it could really build up the tension, and we can see the protagonist struggle to get by, and slowly lose his sanity in the process. However, I wouldn't be lying if I said the sluggish pace is also a major weakness in this movie. But that's because we don't really see Mark do anything that will affect his character significantly. He falls, he hurts himself, he struggles to figure out how to work the sub, he crawls under a bunker, he trips, he falls, he takes pictures, he sees things, he falls again, he hurts himself, again. Oh yeah, and shouting. He does a lot of shouting. We do see him hallucinate and hurt himself with the blood ocean, but that's the thing. Most of all of the important stuff comes towards the very end of the movie. And throughout all that time, we don't learn all that much about Mark's character. Okay, we do learn a few things about him, and at this point, do I even care if he gets out of this alive? Well, actually, no I don't. I've seen Mark's playthrough, and it doesn't end well. The rest is just poorly explained exposition. And spoiler alert, Mark turns out to be innocent the whole time. Way to take away a learning curve over there, movie. Also, Mark's performance is a mixed bag for me. At some points, he really knows how to emote to his face, and his projection is pretty good. His line delivery, however, can be a bit awkward at times. Overall, if I were to improve this film, I would say cut out a few minutes of the runtime, replace some moments with a few more flashbacks, and actually have Mark go through actual pain and suffering. Anything to actually make us care for his sake. And that is my review of Iron Lung. Now with that out of the way, it's time to get into the real reason I wanted to do this video, and that involves the events that occurred after the movie released in theaters. Let's move on to the next screen. Hello, and welcome to a brand new segment that I'd like to call Narrative Busters. It is where I look at a story that is gaining a lot of traction online, and is framed in such a way that I try my best to debunk it. And oh boy do we have a story for you. So according to Forbes, Iron Lung had been removed from several box office charts, and eventually it returned, making back 7 times its budget on opening weekend. The source reported that this sudden disappearance created a narrative claiming that the mainstream is trying to keep independent film/YouTubers down. Even Mark himself jumped on this bandwagon.
This is Saturday, right? I swear I was on this list. But Iron Lung isn't here anymore. But here's Sunday. I wake up this morning, which reports the day before his numbers. I'm gone. I'm not. Why'd you take me off the chart? I feel like I deserve to be on the chart.
Later reports would clarify that this sudden disappearance was due to a glitch in the system. And so Mark's new movie made it in second place on opening weekend, sitting behind the Sam Raimi directed Send Help, an arguably better movie than Iron Lung, if I'm being honest, and Sam Raimi's best movie in ages. It had better pacing, better suspense and tension, better character development. Oh, and the descent into madness felt more genuine. And I was relatively surprised by how it all ended. So the short answer is no. Hollywood is not trying to silence YouTube filmmakers. At the time of this recording, the movie currently stands at around $50 million at the box office. And yet Mark and other YouTubers are just dancing around, acting like this new movie is the next Citizen Kane. Mark, I'm going to be very blunt with you. Your movie is incredibly niche. This feels more to me like a feature-length fan film than a true cinematic experience. You have to remember, the people paying a ticket for this film are not your average film fans, but rather hardcore fans who are willing to support you in all your creative endeavors. In fact, I don't think half of them even know jack about filmmaking in general. So all I'm saying is, the movie is mediocre as it is, so don't let this success go to your head. Just be glad that you were able to make back more than double your budget. And that's all I have to say. Back to you, Chris. But what are your thoughts? Do you think Hollywood is out to get Markiplier? Let us know in the comments, and let's hope this new format does well. Thanks for watching, and remember, out of all the nastiest things said on the internet, my opinion matters most. Goodbye!